Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. So I had some leftover Mercedes-Benz metallic gray that I just had somewhere. It sort of matches, you know, but I wanted to just cover up the rust on the hood, you know what I mean? And the rest of the tractor didn't need any paint. It was only really the hood and a little bit in the rear bumper and stuff, you know. So just to make it at least somewhat presentable, far from perfect, obviously, you know, barring getting the exact same match color code paint from PPG or duplicolor or one of those things. You know, I didn't want to paint the whole thing because the rest of the tractor didn't really need it, you know what I mean? So just to cover up the top there, I just sprayed a little bit of that stuff on there, and then I didn't have enough, so I had to brush a little bit to spread it all out and put some gloss coat over it. You know what, man? I mean, you know, it's a whole lot better than the rust, you know what I mean? I didn't want to, you know, go too crazy with this tractor, and since I'm in it for like $95 already, you know, I didn't want to spend any more money. The only thing wrong with this right now that I kind of feel that I'm bothered by is the brake. You know how with these hydros, right? When you have the brake down, it breaks, but it's a little stiff, you know. But then it sticks there. And as you know, this has to go back by itself to allow it to engage to spin. Otherwise, it's not going to move. You know what I mean? It has to engage the transmission, you know. So the pulley is stiff. I suspect that the, see, it doesn't pop back, it doesn't go back anymore, you know. So it has to go back for it to be able to move, which is why in my other video you guys saw me, I was pushing on the brake, but then I used my leg and I had to kind of pull it back for it to move again. So I'm going to get my jack, not jack stands, but you know, those red ramps, and back it up onto there so that the rear end is raised. I know that the brake assembly thing is in the back, so I have a feeling that the spring is either really rusty or just stiff, and may need a new spring, or I may just you know, grease it up with some PB Blaster and some liquid wrench, you know. Just kind of take a look down there and see what is preventing this from, you know, freely and easily moving, you know. It takes a little bit of effort to, you know, to move it around, you know, so it's really stiff. That's pretty much the only thing that's wrong with this thing right now, you know, preventing me from, you know, selling it, you know. So I'm going to go to the backyard and grab those ramps. While I'm at it, I'm not going to use this for a while. This is a transmission for an RX-75 John Deere. It's been in my garage for a while. It's just taking up space. So I just put it where the ramps are. Got the old ramps out of the shed. Actually, I was mistaken. That is actually a Tecumseh Hydro Trans that I got from Pete Lombardi. It's for like a AYP product. The other one's actually over here. You know, it's a good thing that I did that video last time of my update of my hoard, because as I was going through everything, you know, about what I had and everything, my friend Doug Leap over at Doug's Mowers and Blowers in Altoona, Pennsylvania, noticed the video and saw that the John Deere RX-75 seat would work for his current project right now. So I sold it to him, sent it to him. So this is the bottom plate of that seat. I guess now I'll put it on eBay. I've got lots of parts. Lots of parts. Oh, there was a guy who I forgot now. He asked me if I had a single cylinder Briggs muffler, and I told him that all mine were V-twins. But actually, this was from my John Deere LA105. And so it's just sitting here. If you want it, contact me. You know, I had some doubts that it would even go up the ramps because, as you guys know, lawn tractors, the reverse gear is very weak. But it got up there, no problem. I'm going to climb underneath now. Of course, I have the mower deck on, which restricts me from going under there, duh. And that is a pain to take off, 8 cotter pins. I'm just going to trace this. Okay, so the brake is here, right? And kind of move it. The brake moves. That attaches to a rod that goes all the way in the back there. Then on the other side, when you move the brakes, it moves this rod there. Looks like there's a spring there, right? And it's attached to the brakes. I noticed that that thing right there, which moves, right, from the brake, there's a long spring there that pulls it back. See what I'm saying? So I'm just going to grease that area to in the rear to allow it to move freely so that the spring has a chance to pull it back. Just got to loosen it up, I think. There's a better view of it. Move it, see? So when I push the brake, this pushes that up. And I just need it to go back by itself, you know? So I'm thinking it's this assembly here that's rusty, and it's tough for the spring to pull back. I'm going to use some liquid wrench, kind with the flashlight on it. It's super hard to get there. See how there's a flashlight on here? It's so cool. I know I'm making a mess, but hey, gotta grease that area, you know? Just loosen it up. Move to the front now. It's spring. This is impossible. Impossible to film and to do this, but I'm doing it. Well, my hand's probably pretty lubed, so now I'm just gonna sit here for a while and go back and forth with it, you know, work it back and forth. So it loosened up a little bit. Still gotta work it back and forth, but the engine runs really nice. Scott Keller, my friend, gives me a hard time all the time, says, "You got a blown gasket." There's no blown gasket. There's no smoke, ever. There's no leaks. Drives nice too. Gotta clean my wheels too. Clean your shit. So I'm pretty much done with this. Now I'm gonna park it in the backyard with all my other ones. It's nothing like a good hoard of tractors. When springtime comes, I'll have plenty of tractors to sell. I might have to parallel park that. Put the fuel shut-off on. Let the whole thing drain so it could be stored long-term, so you don't have any fuel in the carburetor. That's what causes your carburetor to clog. So we're going to let it run out of gas. Be good to go. Yeah, that's a lot of gas in that carburetor, huh? There we go. Shut it down. Cover it up. There we go. If your company needs swag, check out Lanny at prologoware.com. Also, help me support the channel. Buy a sticker. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Follow my Instagram at Mowers Blowers. Check out my website, mowersblowers.com. See you.